The Amazon is a remarkably distinctive region. It is the most ecologically varied region on Earth and home to the greatest rainforest and river system in the world. It has millions of species, the most of which are still undiscovered. Welcome to the channel, subscribe, and let's dive in. The freshwater and forest systems of the Amazon are both in danger. Across 69% of the Amazon forest, rainfall has decreased since the year 2000. One would pay everything to travel here and witness the wildlife since it is so breathtaking in this region of the world. So let's check out the wildlife present here. Amazonian tapir. Tapirs resemble pigs with trunks but are actually linked to horses and rhinoceroses in terms of genetic makeup. They can grab branches and remove leaves with the help of their short, prehensile gripping trunk. They consume food every morning and evening, traveling through tunnel-like passages to get to watering holes and verdant eating grounds. They have great swimming abilities and can even dive to eat water plants. With the exception of the mountain or woolly tapir, which dwells high in the Andes Mountains, New World tapirs typically reside in the woods and grasslands of Amazon, South America. Due to poaching and habitat destruction, all tapir species are in danger. Bearded emperor tamarin. The most adorable type of tamarin is definitely the little emperor. This New World monkey is so named euphemistically because of its long, white mustache, which resembles Wilhelm II, the German emperor, quite a bit. This gorgeous primate, like other members of the Callitrichidae family which also includes tamarins and marmosets, has fine, silky gray fur with a dull gold or reddish-orange tail, a white underpart, and a silvery brown to black head crown. People of both sexes typically resemble one another. Tamarins that are young can be identified by their substantially lower stature and shorter mustache. Puma. Due to the puma's multiple monikers, which include cougar, mountain lion, and panther, among others, things can get a little muddled. Since it has the largest geographic range of any big wild terrestrial animal in the Western Hemisphere, extending from Canada to the southern Andes of South America, it is no surprise that it has such a diverse range of names. The second largest cat in the Americas after the jaguar, the puma is a solitary ambush predator that would gladly ascend into the rainforest canopy in quest of food. Yet, the puma resembles domestic cats more, even down to not being able to roar. In addition, they don't have the jaguar-specific rosettes on their plain coats. Pink river dolphin. The Amazon river dolphin, or boto, swims in this seasonally present body of water. Botos differ from their marine counterparts in that they have bulbous foreheads and long, slender beaks in addition to the distinctive dolphin smile. Males can be pink, which is most striking. The pigmentation is thought to reflect scar tissue from vigorous play or battles for territory. At least during mating season, which occurs when the water has receded and men and females are once again limited to the river channel, the brighter the pink, the more alluring the males are to females. Yet, during the rainy season, females travel deep into the inundated forest, probably to avoid the violent males. Unfused neck vertebrae, which enable them to bend at up to a 90-degree angle, are a special adaptation that helps botos to swim freely between trees and through tangles of branches. Collared anteater. An anteater species from South America is known as the southern tamandua, sometimes known as the collared anteater or lesser anteater. It is a lone species found in a variety of environments, including secondary forests that have been lightly to severely disturbed and dry savannas. It consumes bees, termites, and ants for food. To destroy insect nests or protect itself, it can use its powerful foreclaws. An unusual anteater that lives both in trees and on the ground is the southern tamandua. This animal is termed lesser anteater due to being smaller than the related giant anteater. For this anteater, particularly for populations in Central and South American forests and scrublands, its peculiar appearance is quite advantageous. Sloth. The sloth strolls among the trees at a sluggish pace. This arboreal creature doesn't give much thought to cleanliness. Communities of parasite moths, mites, and green algae that help them hide from eagles and jaguars reside in its matted hair. The sloth inhabits cloud and rain forests in Central and South America where it hangs from towering branches. You might spot a sloth lying motionless on a branch of a tree, enjoying the sunshine. Sloths have a thick, matted coat that helps keep them warm, but as with reptiles, their body temperature drops throughout the night, and they must rely on the light to raise it back to normal. The lazy sloth snoozes in its treetop residence in a state of essentially torpor. The average day for a sloth includes 15 to 18 hours spent curled up snoozing. Sloths move through the forests at their quickest speed, covering less than 1 mile in 4 hours. They travel considerably more slowly on the forest floor, trying to crawl or simply toppling over. Black-capped squirrel monkey. The Cimeri genus of New World monkeys includes squirrel monkeys. In the subfamily Cimerini, they constitute the sole genus. They measure 750 to 1100 grams. Surprisingly, squirrel monkeys have the greatest brains relative to their body mass of any mammal, with a brain mass to body mass ratio of 1:17. They do not utilize their tails for climbing like the other New World monkeys do. Instead, they use them as a form of balance pole and as a tool. In order to defend themselves from huge falcons, which are a natural threat to them, they produce a variety of auditory calls, including warning noises. Also, due to their small stature, they are more vulnerable to predators like snakes and felids. The seasons have an impact on how the squirrel monkeys mate. Females give birth to infants after 150 to 170-day gestations during the rainy season. 4. Capybara. From Colombia in the north to Argentina in the south and from Peru in the east to Brazil in the west, capybara are found across South America. Due to their semi-aquatic lifestyle, capybara can be found in riverbanks, in reed beds, marshes, and estuaries. They are content to live on cattle ranches as well. Yet, a capybara can never be found far from a body of water. The capybara are really friendly. They prefer to speak to one another in groups, as you might expect from social animals, and when they're terrified or trying to gather their young, they'll even produce a dog-like barking noise. Capybara are herbivores, which means they typically consume the leaves of grasses and other plants. However, they will occasionally eat fruits as well if they are available. However, because they are picky feeders, it is well known that they will only consume particular plants and avoid others. Toucan. The toucan is a common representation of the Amazon, easily identified by its colorful bill, which is nearly as long as its body. The bird's plumage has patches of green, yellow, red, and white as well as other vibrant colors. It has a size range of 31 to 61 centimeters. The species can be found in montane cloud forests and lowland damp forests, where it roosts and nests in tree cavities. Toucans are constantly heard in rainforests, but because they like to keep up high in the canopy, they are rarely seen. They favor the ripest fruits because they are predominantly frugivores, or fruit eaters. Fruit is picked up by toucans with their bill and held at the tip. Then they swallow the food while leaning their head back. In addition to fruits and berries, toucans often consume nesting birds' eggs as well as spiders, insects, lizards, and snakes. Green anaconda. The green anaconda, a member of the boa family, is by far the biggest snake in the world in terms of weight. Although its reticulated python cousin can grow to somewhat longer lengths, the anaconda's huge girth makes it nearly twice as hefty. Green anacondas can reach lengths of over 29 feet, weights of over 550 pounds, and diameters of over 12 inches. Males and females are vastly different in size. Anacondas are mostly found in the tropical rainforests of the Amazon and Orinoco basins, where they inhabit swamps, marshes, and slow-moving streams. On land, they are heavy, but in the water, they are svelte and sneaky. Because their eyes and nasal passages are on top of their heads, they may wait for prey while submerged almost entirely. This is but the tip of the proverbial iceberg, and the land has so much more to offer than what you see here. Take a trip and explore the Amazon. Thank you for watching. Follow for more.